Hello everybody, Shinjo here, welcome back to the channel, and I am finally back on my Discord to rank anime waifus and husbandos. So, a little bit of a backstory. First of all, obvious is obvious, I have not done this in quite some time, probably at least a year at minimum, but I remembered it because there was a recent post on it at the time of me recording. So I tried to go back on the last one I recorded, and what I think happened was I recorded one, but the audio was so warped that I just decided to scrap that. I planned to record another one, and I never did. So there's a chance I may be ranking characters that I've already ranked before, but I'll get into that when I get into that. I know just by looking on old videos, this character on the screen was involved. So I know that I've already ranked this one. So let's just scroll down the list, and the first one is your Forger. And I think, especially with the new season of Spy Family, and for context, the most recent episode that I've watched is episode 1 of season 2, where let's just say something happens to Yor that's, for lack of a better term, a pain in the butt. And that is honestly really funny to me. I do like how Yor's a character that can be quite deadly, as seen from this gif, but also kind of goofy as well. I think for Yor, I'm going to give an 8.5 out of 10, but that might be based off of bias. Moving on down the line, we have, what's this character's name? Leviathan from Mega Man Zero. And I feel like I've seen this character. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if I've recorded this before, I have. But I'm not really familiar with Mega Man games, so I don't know why I know this character design. I'm gonna say a 6 out of 10. I'm not exactly familiar with the character, but I do like things involved with water. My favorite starter is Totodile. Favorite Pokemon overall is Poliwhirl. Let's move on. We have Diantha. This is very sad, but also a little bit appropriate, because I remember when I ranked Diantha before that I mentioned about the World Coronation series in Pokemon Journeys. Obviously, that's not a case anymore, whether you're watching the sub or the dub. I think, based off of my personal opinion, it's gonna be a 6 out of 10 for Diantha as well. The anime certainly did a better job of portraying Diantha, but I balanced it out between the anime side and the video game side. And to be honest, the video game side is definitely bringing it down. Moving down the line, yes, this is what I was talking about. I remember vividly that I ended a video with Iron Mouse being the last one that I ranked. I don't know if that video is out. I've tried looking, but the way I labeled my old videos makes it kind of difficult. And I said this when I recorded the other one, and I'll say it again. It's kind of weird considering that Iron Mouse is a VTuber, and obviously this isn't actually how she looks like in real life. She probably looks like something else. I'm sure creeps online have probably been dying to figure that out. But it's just kind of weird that this is the first time I'm ranking somebody that's an actual person behind the scenes. Obviously, you can make a case for characters like Your Forger being voiced by somebody, but this is a little bit different because it's a YouTuber as well. But I don't know much about Iron Mouse. I know that the Anime Man ranked her anime taste in a video, and I think she was on the Trash Taste podcast. I'm not exactly sure about that last one, and I know she does a lot of stuff with Connor. But overall, I don't watch a lot of Iron Mouse's stuff in my own free time. I don't know, I'm a sucker for pink hair, so I'm gonna say an 8 out of 10 just for the pink hair and the devil horns. And also, the cowlet kind of looks like a heart. Obviously, this is fan art. That's probably not actually how it looks like, but I'm gonna believe that it is. So I think now we're actually on to new characters. Maybe. I do remember Aiko being on here before. And very funny, I never actually finished the show. So Aiko might be better by the end. Not that she's bad at the start, but like, certainly leaves a lot to be desired. Obviously, very relatable being a YouTuber at the end of the day. Trying to get her music out there, legitimately having a good singing voice. That's partly based off of the seiyuu, but whatever. I'm gonna say 7.5 out of 10. I do like her mindset and I do like her goals, but me personally, I'm not sure about the outfit. Not that I'm any person to judge clothing options, but just looks a bit odd in my opinion, especially the jacket. Moving down the line, we have, I believe there's a name here. Tales of Zillia, and this person's name is Leia. I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced. This actually looks like the main lead from Cardcaptor Sakura. I know nothing about Cardcaptor Sakura, but the outfit and the hair color kind of gives me vibes of Cardcaptor Sakura. I'm gonna say a 7 out of 10, and that's only based off of the design and the fact that I know nothing about the character. Up next, we have Launch from Dragon Ball. I know of the character. I don't know exactly how, but I'm pretty sure both of these characters are the exact same character. And I'm not sure exactly how or why. But I'm going to rank them separately because they look a bit different at the end of the day. I would say left is going to be a 7.5, and right is going to be a 7. I really like the blue hair, I really like the blue eyes, but I also like the fact that the one on the right looks like they could kick my butt. But again, I don't know the details on why this is the case, whether one of these is fan art and one isn't, or anything to that effect, but we're moving on anyway, to Rey from Star Wars. Never thought that I would see the day that I'd be ranking a Star Wars character, even though I think I already have. I don't remember. Star Wars technically had their anime, so I guess it's on the table. I'm gonna give a 5. It's honestly hard to see from the picture, but doesn't really wow me, doesn't really impress me that much, to put it bluntly. But maybe the next one will be, and it is Kikoru from Kaiju number 8. So, I've seen this manga in the store. I don't know if it has an anime adaptation. It kind of looks like what would happen if Maka Albarn would go down the wrong path. The hair looks similar, still got the twin tails, but I'm not familiar with the character. The design looks neat enough, I guess. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Moving down the line, we have Tio from Trails from Zero. Okay, is there an actual... Okay! Alright. Is this both the same person? I guess like a time skip or like a power-up or something? I think even though I ranked the launch section separately, these two characters don't look different enough that I can really rank them separately. I'm gonna say 8. Like I mentioned before, I like the blue hair. I like the color blue in general. So I think an 8 is fair for this one. And also I just noticed this now written right underneath Kaiju number 8. They mentioned that, I don't know if we're gonna get an anime or not, so that answers my question on whether or not there's an anime. Rolling on down, we have, yes, this is the one that made me remember that I had a Discord section dedicated to it. So thank you, Cosmic Infinity, for reminding me I have a series on the channel about this. And this is apparently March 7th from Honkai Star Rail. I know of Honkai Star Rail, but you're telling me that there's a character called March 7th? How many days of the month or the year do we have? In the game, at least. I know, obviously, we have 365 as far as the whole year. I would say we're ending on a really high note. I really like this design. Obviously, I know that Honkai Star Rail really dives into the sort of generic look for anime characters. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's... If you watch a lot of anime, you'll notice the big eyes, the blonde hair. They look like they could be the lead in their own anime. And I think, just to make this video a bit interesting, I'm gonna give March 7th a 9 out of 10. I've been giving relatively good scores so far, but I haven't really done anything that's blown the roof off of this place. So I'm hoping a 9 will be a sufficient enough ranking for March 7th. Of course, for all of these characters, they may be good scores, they may be bad scores. That's just all based off of my own personal opinion and what I'm feeling in the moment. For some characters, I'm more familiar, like Yor, for example. But for Leviathan, Iron Mouse, and even shows that I started but haven't finished, like Paripikome, there are some characters I'm more familiar with than others. So if I have a trash score, so to speak, please don't give me much flack in the comment section if I give bad scores. It's just what I'm feeling at the moment. But if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below. Discord will be linked in the description as well, so if you want to join and post your own waifus and husbandos on here, then feel free to do so. I'm hoping that I can make this more frequent, either through my Discord or by some other means. But while I'm on here, I also have a meme channel that people can post memes on. I don't think there are any memes on here. The last one is from May the 5th, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm just gonna click off because I don't want the video to get demonetized at this point. That part was totally unprovoked. I didn't know that was gonna be there. Link to the Discord in the description. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Momentai!